Miss Munch, what we tell him?
I hear me, Miss Munchy.
Keeping it locked with Munchie.
Miss Munch, are you run the thing, so watch you now.
You know me, I say Munchie.
Yell up Munchie.
Wagwan Munchie.
Reggae family, welcome to Wagwan Munchie, and on this weekend, of course, also very special welcome to the Reggae Easter special. We are in Munich, Germany, and with us is no other than the headliner of tonight, Mr. Vegas. How are you doing, sir? All is well?
I am blessed. Thanks for having me on your program, Wagwan Munchie.
Thank you.
And I was just munching on some chips.
And we're in Munchins.
Right.
Everything's Munchin.
Right, everything munchy.
Nice. We're glad to have you here. We're looking forward to the show tonight. And you're not just here for the Reggae Easter special. You're on the tour celebrating 20 years of music.
Right.
How does this, first of all, congrats on the anniversary. How does this anniversary make this tour and also tonight's performances special?
It's just a good vibe, when you are doing music for so long, and you can take people back to where they first heard Mr. Vegas, like Nike here and all them songs, and just the beats, the beats are just so infectious, so people it just take people back, where they first heard Heads High, where they first heard I Am Blessed, and that is what I really enjoy about this, because like, for example, maybe someone who is 20 years old now, was just a child. When I did Heads High, and now they're like, oh, I remember when I was a baby and I heard this song, so, you always have some good childhood memories, Yeah. And I think my music, I think I'm just blessed that I've done music that people can, feel that contributed to part of their growing up. Right.
Definitely. So we'll be revisiting history tonight. We're looking forward to that. And of course, we can big up the other artists that are going to be with us also celebrating music. We're going to have Protege and The Indignation. And we're also going to have a very special lady, Natalie Rice.
Babylon is smart, now this is more than true. And when the people wake up, they'll come straight up to you. There's no escaping from the plans we got set out for you. You see them men, women, and children coming after you. With you is illusion, not reality. And for anyone who wants a piece, you name insanity. You subdue my people with stories and fantasies. False government, false courts, false authorities in this iration. All nations, one people, one destiny.
We said it already, in the business for 20 years, a lot has changed because just last year you publicly said that you're going to turn your life over to God. I mean, even though I would assume you have always been a spiritual person, but you said now you're going to do gospel. You released the Soul Therapy album just this year. This is a lot different from the Rock It Down Vegas, from the hot work Vegas we used to know. What man is Mr. Vegas today? What principles you preach? What values do you cherish?
I just think when you're growing up and you are at a certain level in life or at a certain stage in life, especially when you're doing music, there's a point where you just want to grow up. And your fans over the years, you want to introduce them to a different side of you. People want to elevate. You understand? So I just think singing the gospel for me is like, elevating my life, my career to a different level. Because it's no joke singing the gospel, because the gospel singers are like the best singers in the world. They're always on key, their harmonies are so good, So it's like it was real challenging for me to even venture into that, area of music. But for me, I personally just wanted to be a better person. And I wanted people to see me as a better person. I wanted people to know that this world, we need more love. I could have said I wanted to be like Bob Marley, and I would have been good with that. Because Bob Marley always his career, he was preaching the gospel, singing the gospel, because there's no bigger gospel song than One Love. There's no bigger gospel song than Dennis Brown, Love and Hate Could Never Be Friends. Here I come. You know, so for me, I just wanted to be a better person, and I wanted to encourage my fans and people that follows Mr. Vegas, whether you like Mr. Vegas, yes or no, to just realize the times that we're living in. And you may just leave your house, or you may go out to the club or wherever, and, you know, some tragedy. You know, so if you're going to live your life on this earth, you know, just find your true purpose. And I think I want to find my true purpose where I can work hard, you know, help the poor. You know, I can love my neighbor as myself. I can do unto others as I would have them do unto me. And these are the reasons why I'm a follower of Christ. I'm always a God-fearing person. I'm always a spiritual person. Because my Soul Therapy album is a spiritual album. Because the words, you know, it says, you know, to sing spiritual music. But at the same time, I'm an entertainer. That is my job. My job is an entertainer. I don't see the policeman, the soldier, the lawyers, the politicians who says they're a Christian, say, oh, I'm going to stop being a policeman or stop being a lawyer. So, you know, entertainment is my job. But when I'm on the stage and I'm working, yes, that's my job. But I still want to reach people at some point when I'm on stage in a positive way. Just like Bob Marley did it, Dennis Brown did it, all these great artists did it. So that's, you know, basically what I am about.
But why is it then necessary, or is it necessary to say, if I do this, then I do gospel? Because you did songs like I Am Blessed, which is basically gospel content,
right,
but it's a dancehall song musically. Is it not possible to say you do conscious dancehall, for example? Or is dancehall always something morally questionable or something like that?
You see, people from different walks of life, people from different culture, they view things differently. Someone in Germany may look at dancehall as a blessing because it did something positive to them. It brings them joy. You understand? Someone in Jamaica may look at the same dancehall and say, oh, it's a devil's music. I, for one, I look at music as entertainment. I look at good quality music. As long as I'm not out there singing about murdering people, killing people with guns, hating people because of whatever race or whatever gender or whatever they do with their life. You understand? I am good. You know what I'm saying? And I embrace that. I embrace good quality music. I embrace, you know, in Europe here, you know, if many people have never been to Europe and see these festivals where these people embrace good quality music. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, whether dancehall, you know, whether even calypso, soca, whatever, if you're putting a positive message out there, man, you know, it's all good with me, man. I'm not trying to box myself in. Because if someone don't want to hear me sing about God, if a promoter is going to book me for a show, and you don't want me to sing about God, well, you know, I may not be the right artist for your show. Yeah. Because I'm going to praise God, whether I announce to the world that I'm a Christian or not. I'm going to give God praise. So I Am Blessed is a song like that. You know what I'm saying? A song with myself and Luciana, He's Alive and Well. You know, so I just embrace love, man. I just embrace love, and I just want people to realize that. For me, it's not oh, I'm so righteous and you are not righteous. And I'm a fanatic. I'm not a fanatic with the gospel. I just basically look at songs that people may look at as not gospel music, as gospel music. You know, I Am Blessed, Love Yourself, Sweet Jamaica is singing about my culture. That's gospel about my culture. Yeah, man. You know, so, you know, I just move with the Spirit of God and just be myself. Yeah. I don't try to live to please people, because if I was trying to live to please people, I would not even be here right now, because I would be trying to please people and trying to listen to what everything people tells me to do. And I wouldn't be here.
So I'm glad you found that peace of mind to say that, you know, because a lot of people don't have that. So if you want to listen to the gospel that Mr. Vegas gave to you, the Soul Therapy album is out since February. And of course, we have other new releases that I want to mention in this Wagwan Munchie. Conqueror just put out Timeless Love, an EP. On April 14th. So this is out already. You can look forward to The Change We Need from The Wailing Trees, this is going to be out on May 12th. And just a week later, you're going to get Abracadabra from Morgan Heritage, which also is going to include Reggae Nights, the single with Dre Zion.
Reggae night, physically fit. Champagne popping in every district. Gal cream, caramel, some of them are chocolate. Reggae music a play and everybody want it. So every John Zion in the party. I'm a there with my shawty. Throw the rock straight till the morning. So you know it's a reggae vibes party.
Reggae night,
Physically fit.
reggae night. Everyone is jamming, feeling right,
Physically fit.
feeling right. Oh, oh. Reggae night,
Physically fit.
we're dancing right into the morning light.
Physically fit.
Singing oh, oh.
This was Morgan Heritage, and we have still the pleasure to be with Mr. Vegas. We spoke about the anniversary, a lot. 20 years, it's a long time, but looking at you, I must admit I couldn't tell, because you still look just as young, as fresh, as energetic as
I
always.
think I look better than when I was when I came out 1997. I think I look younger.
Yeah. So tell me the secret, because this is what the people want to know. How can they, after 20 years, look younger? I know you work hard. I know you. So tell me your diet, or what special habits they have. What can you advise people?
I just try to keep myself active.
Okay.
And if people, have seen the Mr. Vegas concert, you will see the energy that I bring to the stage. And you burn a lot of calories, running around the stage. Even people that come to a Mr. Vegas concert, you're going to burn some calories. And to do that, you have to make sure that you're, Junior Reid said you have to fit, and if you want to hit, you have to fit.
Yeah.
So, we take joy and enjoy in the outdoors, running and exercising and those stuff.
Okay.
So that has been a big part of my life.
So you can do all the dance moves of all the songs you did.
I'm the worst dancer, man. Don't let them fool you.
So this is why you're just singing about it and not doing the moves.
I just jump on it. If I have to bring a dancer on the road, we bring a dancer. I don't want to start, looking stupid.
I have one here. I have one here. If you want to take lessons, you can do after we shut this.
It's too late, Mama. It's too late.
Okay. But it's not even it's not all about the physical fitness. It's also about mental strength when you're in that business, because we remember your private life has been exposed at some point. Then you always have to measure yourself. Oh, I bring an album out. How many copies does it sell, etc., etc. There's a lot of pressure on artists. I think way more than people would assume, because they say, "Oh, man, famous, man, make money, life good, rare." But I think it's a lot of pressure on artists. So how do you cope with that? Do you have ever any doubts about things? And if so, what can you advise the normal man out there on the road who has maybe also doubts? Like, how can they cope with that?
You see, the thing about me, I grew up really poor. I grew up like in a board house, no electricity. We had kerosene for oil, to oil the lamps, outside kitchen, outside toilets. So I grew up, really poor. So I'm from a really humble upbringing. So whatever I have now, it's a blessing, because I just ask God for just a break, a small break to take care of my mom. Because my mom, she used to walk around and wash people's clothes, and, people were disrespecting her and stuff like that, So all I wanted was just a small break to take care of my mom. And here I am now, 20 years after. So whatever obstacles there were or there is, I pay less attention to the obstacles and the naysayers and all these people. If someone want to say, "Oh, Mr. Vegas did not have such a great career," I'm good with it, because I did not ask for so much. I got more than what I asked for. So I'm just really, really blessed. And I was watching this story one day on the internet, and this guy was a basketball player, and he was a good basketball player, and he had millions of dollars, and he was in this accident, and he lost feeling all the way down to his feet. Only his head, is able to move, and his mouth. And he said if he could just move one finger to touch his wife, to let her know how much he appreciates everything that she's doing for him, And he just wanted to move one finger. And I looked into myself and I said, you can walk, you can do this, you can do everything. Yeah. You can get up, you can eat as you want, you can go to bed when you want to, you can run around. You know what why would you sit here and complain about things, that people say and people say about you and all of these stuff and obstacles, just go over them. Because some people wish they could just put a finger over it, and I can put my feet over the obstacles, so I'm not going to just sit around and worry about what people, have to say, for me, it's just a blessing to have life, to wake up and have this breath.
And I know, appreciation is the key, I'd say. I know you post a lot also on the war in Syria. You're very interested in these topics as well. How do you read the news a lot? Do you follow politics a lot, world politics?
Well, I really, watch a lot of politics, especially in these days, but I try to say less. Because I realize that you have to be very careful of what you say these days. Because freedom of speech is not so much anymore. Yeah. And I'm a very vocal person. I'm a very passionate person. I may say something that, is going to get me in problems. So I rather not to say anything. What I do know I can speak about, and I will not apologize for speaking about it, is when human beings are being treated in an inhumane manner. That I can't hold back. You see what I'm saying? Whether in Jamaica, whether in here in Europe, whether in Syria, whether in Africa, I can't hold back on that. Yeah. So if I'm going to lose my freedom of speech, or lose my freedom, or lose my life, to speak the truth about inhumane treatment for mankind, that is what I can't compromise. Yeah.
Which is right. I think it's especially your motivational words and the courage that you show through things like that, through your comments on social media, etc. That is what the fans appreciate about Mr. Vegas. So is there something in particular that that you're working on right now that we can look forward to? Are you working already on new material, or are you planning festival tour for the summer or something like that?
Well, we have a few things coming up. We definitely want to do a tour for the Soul Therapy album. We want to advertise that, so people, from all walks of life can come and feel blessed. That would be something different. We don't expect to do that in a club where people want to hear dancehall, because I don't want them to start throwing bottles. Be like, oh, he's only singing the gospel tonight, buckle, boo. So we want to let people know that, when we're touring the album, the Soul Therapy album, we want to let people know that if you want to give God praise, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? But we're still doing tours and singing, the Mr. Vegas classics. We're still recording. We just, released a song, Killer with the No. We are basically, it's about a story of my life, Actually, we just did something with Hardwell that I think is going to be, huge, They sent me a song, and I said, wow. And I did the song, I think. Okay. Nice. I'm going to get maybe a lot of backlash when the song is released, but you know what?
Oh, okay.
Sometimes God feeds his people the way he chooses to feed his people. Right. And God knows my heart. And if my heart is, to help people, God is going to provide a way for me to help people. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. All right, so we do have a lot of things to look forward to.
Wally things.
Glad to hear. Of course, for all the news on Mr. Vegas, just stay tuned to Reggaeville, because we're going to put out all the dates. If there are new releases, singles that we mentioned already, you're going to find them there, no worries. Keep yourself updated with anything about Mr. Vegas. And of course, also other artists have their profile on Reggaeville. You can stay tuned to their news. You can look out for releases and for video premieres as well. And one artist who premiered his video, Speak the Fire, on Reggaeville is Christos DC from Washington.
Share the word that the world really requires. The world make it heard. Speak the fire. Speak the lyrical fire. Speak the truth, the world will remember. From January to December. Love is the frequency of which the Creator works to one another. It's the fire the heart that feeds the desires. Show some love and respect to one another.
Reggaeville family, this was Christus the Sea and the Skanking Monks Speak the Fire. Mr. Vegas, you as a man who also speak the fire. We're looking forward to the music tonight. We're looking forward to the positive message that you're bringing us. We're also going to look forward to some dancing, of course. I think we're going to get the whole package, all the 20 years of music. Right. Thank you so much for being with us, for taking the time. And I just wish you continually blessings. Be as blessed as always. All the best.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, Wagwan Munchie. So may I say so. Big up yourself, man. We just keep doing the music and keep, encouraging the world, too. Exactly. Just love. Just one love. Yes. One love. The only thing that this world needs is love.
Wagwan Munchie.